Now, vibe coding is great, but oftentimes we're constrained by just getting an environment up and running to do the most basic or simple front-end prototyping, designs, explorations, and to get an entire thing working just so that we can move a button around or play around with the concept or idea can sometimes obviously be a lot, but it's sometimes not even possible. We don't even have the permissions or the ability to do that. So with Build Better, our whole focus at the company is how do we help teams make better product decisions, reducing churn, increasing engagement, conversion, expansion. And a lot of that means prototyping and iterate fast. Now we've launched a lot of experiences to make things faster for prototyping and iterating with pulling in your data. But of course, one of the most obvious ones is actual UI UX prototyping. So you can see here, I'm on our core product itself, and I don't really love this onboarding. I feel like we're missing a lot of stuff. It's not really obvious about what you can do with Build Better or the value that you can get with Build Better. And so it feels like you're kind of in this reactive situation on the homepage. So I'm going to hit our Build Better extension and I'm going to capture this page. And it's going to kind of take a component screenshot of this and bring me into a prototyping experience. This is fully functional. You can see I can hover over stuff. Everything is reactive. It's not just a screenshot or anything like that. It's like a fully working prototype. Of course, it doesn't touch the back end, but I can kind of completely edit this experience as well. I'm going to give it this feedback that I was just telling you. So I'll capture my mic really quick. So the thing I don't really love with this experience is on the home page, I feel like you're kind of dropped into a very reactive experience. You have to set it up. There's not something clear. What if we created the home page to be a little bit more proactive, where maybe we highlight some reports? So reports could be that we automatically generate in Build Better. We could show a company intel report or a competitive intel report, customer issues report, and we can have those as options. And then above that, maybe we have some suggestions. So maybe meeting prep, maybe a search bar at the top where you can just start talking to chat and getting actions. Can we start prototyping that? So it's a fairly big prompt to start with. Obviously not a lot of direction. And of course, I could give it some mock-ups. I could give it some style. I could be more specific about which components. It might even ask me some questions here about what specifically I want to do. But you can see I'm able to really start working on this app, even though I didn't have to set up a back-end environment. I didn't have to set up any vibe coding experience locally. I didn't have to sign into some account. I don't have to worry about this data going somewhere that maybe it shouldn't. So all of this is really easy for anyone to just hop in, get a prototype going. And what's great is once this is done prototyping, I can just send this entire prototype to an engineer or a designer, or I could put this into a PR and have this being scoped out on how to actually technically do that with our code base. But all of that context about what I was trying to accomplish, why I was trying to accomplish it, is all here. And I could even associate this to a Build Better project. So if I wanted to come back and share this project, I'm like, hey, here's all the prototypes that we have. This is what we're actually trying to do. And it's able to come back with something usable. So you can see here, we have some reports and you can see that it's like updated here. We have like a little search bar. It's continuing to update. And this is taking seconds. And I can continue to work with this. And maybe I'm like, oh, actually, like this is not what I was looking for. Or I don't really like that style guide that feels too vibe codey. Maybe I want to give it some specific components or whatever it might be. And so it's coming back and kind of doing it. And you can see everything. I can hover over it. I could mess with the animation. I could tell it like, hey, I actually would prefer to look like X versus Y versus Z. And it took a snapshot. So now I have two variants. I have our main home variant, and then I have the new variant itself. And I can just keep iterating on this until I feel like it's exactly what I want. And then even from here, I could say, this is exactly what I want. And then I could bring that over into a vibe coding experience or create a PR from this or share this with my team. So that's Build Better prototyping. It is the fastest way to prototype with your app. And it is the best way to do it from a permissions, from a compliance, from a usability perspective, from enabling everyone at your team to be able to do stuff like this. It's so simple. It's so elegant. It's one of the best experiences that we've shipped. And I'm so excited for you guys to check it out. Talk to you later. Bye.